What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dad Does Videos. Thanks for joining me today. Hopefully you checked out a video I posted a couple months back on the rationale to perhaps consider selling your leased vehicle to CarMax at the end of its term or when you're getting close to the end of its term. And I also talk about the steps that you'll take when you go through that journey. So this video is more about kind of coming along on the ride with me, so to speak, as I sell yet another vehicle to CarMax. I want to talk to you about the condition of my car before I went, what I did before I went, what happens when you actually get to CarMax itself, the offer that you get, the papers that you sign, kind of how much time is involved, and what the process is as you actually are at the CarMax facility and you walk out the door. So hopefully you enjoy, come along on the journey with me. When I wanted to go through this process to see how much equity I had in my vehicle at the end of my lease, when I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do, my Honda dealer called me and said, hey, you're about, a month, 6 weeks away. There's some equity in your car given what's going on with the used car market. New cars are hard to find. We'll be able to offer you $1,700 for your car. So this assumes you already made an appointment, and I detail how to do that in my other video. So one of the things that I have done now, I guess twice, since I've sold a Chevy Traverse earlier in the year, and now I'm going to sell a Honda Pilot. I always do a good job trying to clean the car. Now I'm not going to get it detailed and taking it through the the $75 car wash. I'm just putting it in my driveway, spraying it down with a hose, wiping it down so it looks nice on the outside, and getting a wet rag and just wiping down the inside so it looks like you've somewhat prepared to sell your car. I sweep out the carpeted area as well, spray down the mats just so everything looks like it's freshly cleaned. And let's take a look at what my Honda Pilot looks like right now, right after I cleaned it. Give you a look at the inside. As you can see, it looks like a used car. Right? We try to keep it in pretty good shape, but it's 3 years old. Just paid the last car payment. There's certainly some small issues, right? You can see a little dent right here. And even on this side, you can see some scrapes that'll have to be taken care of. But it's in pretty decent shape for being 3 years old. And listen, you're not going to be able to get everything and make it look perfect. As you can see, it looks like a used car, but there's nothing it's not like we have rips all over the place or other issues like that. So before I get in my car to actually take off and leave, I'm double checking a few things, right? I don't have a title to the car because it's a lease vehicle, right? But you just need your registration, your current year's registration. You need all the keys that came with your leased vehicle, and that's typically 2 key fobs these days. And if you are the only signer on the lease contract, you just need yourself. But if you have a co-signer, you need that person too. You also need your driver's license with you and or the co-signer if there is a co-signer to your lease vehicle. So this assumes, right, that you've already made an appointment. You're going there at that time. You just pull in, park right in front of the place. There are plenty of parking spots typically available. You walk in, you say, hey, this is my name. I made an appointment. They are really fast there. You check in, you go over exactly what the details of your car are. It's probably 5 or 6 different things: make, model, year, if it's leased, if it's not leased, how many miles are on it, have you significantly altered it, those kinds of things, right? I walked back out to my car after going through that process, and the estimator was already sitting at my car waiting for me. All you have to do is get in your car, start the car, pop the hood open, because they like to take pictures of the engine and all the internal parts in there. The person walks around your car, takes a few pictures, and that's it. Maybe a total of 5 minutes when you are sitting there talking to the guy or the woman, and the person takes pictures of your car. They also will take a shot at the mileage, of course, and the VIN number. So that is a pretty fast process. You go back inside or stand outside if it's a nice day, right? And you wait for your offer to come out. Now, typically the person who you met when you first walked in will come back out with your offer or meet you inside. It took me 20 minutes to get my offer, which was, to me, really fast, right? And it's actually an official on paper offer. Okay, so here is what the offer looks like from CarMax. As you can see, all the different features that are on your car right here. You could also see how CarMax assesses all the main parts of your car. You could also very clearly see the appraisal offer, $28,200 for my car. It shows you how long the offer is valid for. As you can see here, it's good for 7 days. So you don't have to make up your mind right there when you're actually in the CarMax location. This is so different than dealing with a typical dealership when they're a little bit vague about the price. You never really or rarely get an actual sheet that says this is exactly what we'll give you for your car right now. They typically want to blend in the pricing to something else that you're buying, and you really can't get a good feel for exactly the money that you're getting for your car, how that works into the pricing. So this is what's nice about this. It's clean, it's laid out well. You can tell exactly how they feel about your car. The appraisal offer is right there. It's an official document that shows you how long it lasts, so you can take your time. There is no pressure, right? When you're in there, no one is going to push you to say, hey, you've got to make this decision right now, or something like that. You have 7 days, so that allows you to use this. It's a paper document to go anywhere else to say, hey, this is what CarMax is offering me. Can you beat this? Or if you're comfortable with it, you can do it that day and just say, hey, I'm gonna sell on this. But it gives you an opportunity to think through your different options. Perhaps you want to buy your lease car, knowing how much equity you have in it. And this gives you the opportunity to do that. So whenever you're ready to move forward, and if you're ready to move forward in selling your lease vehicle to CarMax, you just go to the business office. You don't need an appointment. If it's that day, great. You just walk up and tell them you're ready to sell your leased vehicle, or you can come back in a few days since your offer is valid for 7 days. Having your account number helps with whatever leasing company that you've leased your vehicle from. The 2 times I've done this, they've asked me that, and I didn't have it the first time, and the second time I did, and it seemed like that helped speed up the process. So once CarMax contacts the leasing company and verifies your payoff amount, it'll probably take about a half hour. They get all the paperwork ready, and you'll sit down and you'll sign a few papers. You'll sign the vehicle purchase agreement, you'll sign the odometer statement, you'll sign a privacy policy, and you'll sign permission for CarMax to get the title from the leasing company. And this is the key here, because I've had a few comments in my other video where people are asking, well, how do you sell a leased car when you don't have the title? What the benefit of selling your leased car to another dealership or a place like CarMax or Carvana, they will contact the leasing company on your behalf. They have your signature to go ahead and do this, and they will get the title from that leasing company and then go through with the payoff of the car. That's how the process works. And when you agree to sell your car to CarMax, this is what you'll see. You'll see the vehicle purchase agreement, and it clearly and very easily lays out the numbers. You'll see your appraisal offer right here, which we already know. CarMax will contact the leasing company. And in my case, I sold a Honda Pilot, right? So it's a Honda financial company. They get the payoff amount from your leasing company, and you can see it right there. And you can clearly see, hey, guess what? Here's the equity. So that's the money that I'm getting because of the value of my car minus the payoff amount. That's the check. And it's absolutely an option you should consider. Just remember, not every car company allows you to do this. It's worked for me with Honda and Chevy. I think other companies don't allow you to do this. So when you're getting close to the end of your lease, all you have to do is call the leasing company and ask them if you're allowed to sell your leased car to CarMax, Carvana, another dealership, those kinds of things, and they can help you out with that. $4,000, nearly $4,000 more I got from CarMax than if I went back to the dealership and took their offer to give me the great deal of $1,700. And that's the thing, they talked it up like they were offering me the best thing since sliced bread. So again, it pays to shop around, it pays to check in with Carvana, to CarMax, other dealerships, see what your vehicle is worth at the end of your lease. It's on you to decide what to do with it, right? Not anybody else.